Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Stephanie's Crafting Corner, where we get together live every Thursday. Sorry, nose itches. Live every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and I make a card. We're going to do a couple shout outs right now while we wait for more people to jump in. Deborah in North Carolina, hello. She said she got her card kit club today. Yay. She says she loves the A1 flower die set. Yay. And she got freebies from Ken. That Ken, he is very generous.
What a deal.
I know, what a deal. Hi, Jeanette. She says she's waiting for her club kit. Oh, I know, it's so hard to wait. Hi, Debbie in South Florida. Hello. Hi, Sandra D. Hello. Hi, Stephanie in Southern Indiana. And Arla in Palo Cedro, California. Hi, Reagan and Amanda. Hi, Russ. Hello. You have your arm down there, Kenny. I don't know what that means. Are you? What?
I'm talking to myself.
Oh, okay. He's like making hand gestures. Hi, Pam. She says, hello from beautiful West Virginia. I'm sorry, West Michigan. Excuse me. West Michigan. Let's see. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Eileen. Hello. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Gloria, my friend. Hi, Lisa. Happy Thursday to you in San Antonio. Hi, Denise. Oh, 2 Denises in a row. Boom, boom. Look at that. Hi, Ellen Cuts Paper. Hello. Hi, Sylvie in Garland, Texas. Gail says she loves the freebies. Well, thank you, Gail. It's just a little tiny something that we can do to say thank you to all of our awesome, amazing club members that we appreciate so much. Kenny and I always like to think of our club members as our family members, like part of our family, literally. So want to say thank you. Hi, Terry H. in Central Iowa. Hi, Vicki. Hello, hello. Hi, Linda. Hi, Ver Blue in Tennessee. Faylene is on the chat, so if you post a question, hopefully she'll be able to answer that. If not, I can answer it at the end. Let's see. Hi, Janet in she said, good evening, everyone. Happy Crafting Thursday. Yes. Right? Yes. Hi, Diana. She says, thanks, Ken, for all the freebies.
You're welcome.
Another great kit. Thanks, Stephanie. You are welcome. That A1 flower, let me tell you guys, I love it. It is so adorable. Oh, perfect on banners, too, I'm telling you. Vicki got some new personalized stamps in the mail today. Upstairs Hobby Room says they can hear you typing.
Oh, sorry.
Ken is trying to answer questions and typing. Let's see. Hi, Rich. Hello. Rich says thanks for the freebies. Hi, Trina in North Dakota. And Joan on the ocean. I'm sorry. What is with the reading tonight? Oregon coast. Hello. Cindy says, just YouTubing around and found your channel, watching from sunny Everett, Washington.
Awesome.
Well, Cindy, welcome. I'm glad to see you're here. My name is Stephanie Bernard, and along with my husband, we own a company called, look at that, Stamps of Life. And every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern, I make something. And I chit chat for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to jump in and make a card. And today's card's pretty awesome. So, well, I think it's going to be. I don't know what it's really going to turn out to be, but I think it's going to be. So I hope you're a crafter, because we are going to have so much fun, Cindy. And if you like us, Cindy, make sure you click the subscribe button down below so you get notifications when we go live. Let's see. Layla says she received her lobster class yesterday. Just a heads up on the lobster classes, you guys. That's our online class that's coming up next. We have 30 spots left. 30 spots. That is it. We have even less of the cardstock kits. I think we only have 11 of those, but only 30 left. So I'm giving you a heads up now. Hi, Connie. Good evening to you. Ellen Cuts Paper says she got her husband's personalized stamp this week. It says, Made by George Day. Check on me because I may have been forced to craft against my will. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Jeannie says, I received my lobster class yesterday. It's so cute. I cannot wait for the class. Yay! I'm very excited. Hi, Teresa in Virginia. Hello. Bonnie got her card kit today. Yay! Rhoda says, hi from Texas. We have a Bernard Bakery and Museum.
There you
Where
go.
in Texas? Spelled correctly, Ken. Where in Texas? We might have to go there someday.
We might have to.
Right? What are you looking at? You're looking at something, huh?
Oh, there's something funny on this camera.
You're seeing something funny?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's been a big week. First of all, Ken and I just said we cannot believe it has been a whole week since we saw Tiffany. So Tiffany made a surprise visit. Well, not kind of surprise. We knew she was coming. But she made a visit last Thursday. If you don't know who Tiffany is Tiffany from Totally Tiffany, the organization queen of the world. And luckily we didn't have a chance for her to really look around my craft room, because as organized as it really is, there is a long way to go always, right? But it was fun. We went out to dinner afterwards and got to visit for a long time. And then she went on to her mom's house. So we were excited we got to see her. But I still can't believe it's been a week. Let's see, really quick, any twin funny news? Cindy, we have twin grandsons that are 3 years old. And they keep us on our toes. So that we usually have a funny story, but I'm trying to think of a funny story, and I don't think I have one right now.
No, but we've been seeing them just about every day.
Yeah, their mama's
Today's our
been
first day we
sick,
missed.
not feeling well. She has some kind of flu or something. They've had it too, but they're kind of like better now. And Mama's just been laying on the couch. So every afternoon except today, we've gone over and even either played with them there or brought them to our house. And so, yeah. But my parents came over yesterday because they're going on this massive trip. Again, my parents are going on this big trip. They have more energy than I do. I don't get it. They're going, I don't even know where they're going.
Somewhere far away.
Far away.
With castles or?
More castles. She loves castles. My mom loves castles. But they're going to be gone like 20 days. And none of us can take, like, I could probably have Lemon, the corgi, overnight. But she barks so loud, my neighbors upstairs would flip. And Kirsten has neighbors above her too, so they would flip. So she can't have them. I can't keep her. And so Lemon went to a daycare place and she went for her test to see if she passed. Well, good news and bad news. Yes, she did pass. Bad news is they had to put her in isolation because she was not playing nice with the puppies, with the dogs.
Is that like time out, another word for isolation?
Yes, I think it is. And at the same time, it's really sad because isolation, what's the point of all of that, right? So if there's anybody out there that wants to dog sit my parents' Lemon corgi, let us know. I'm kind of kidding, but kind of not, because they haven't found a place. Really bummed about that. Okay, let's see. Oh, Johanna says it's Friday lunchtime for her in New Zealand.
Ooh,
oh, and here it's Thursday.
Friday.
So okay, I was trying to like figure out what we're doing here. Okay. I'm going to jump in and we're going to make a card because I'm really excited about this card. I'm going to tell you ahead of time. I know somebody said, you know, it'd be nice if you told us like a day before what you were going to do and what you were going to use so we could craft with you. I wish I had my act together that much. I don't. I literally decided, I think at 3:45 today, what I was going to do. But I am going to use the rectangle flipit because I need to make a happy belated birthday card and include a gift card to someone that I forgot their birthday.
Dun, dun, dun.
Because I know, that's exactly how I feel. Dun, dun, dun. So I thought because I'm late, I'm going to use, and let's do 3, Ken, so they can really see it. Because I'm late, I've decided to use the Tortoise set. And here's this Tortoise set. This was a club set a while back. So some of you might have some of you might have this and some of you might not. But if you've been around for very long, you would have this. And so it's really cute. It has this cute little, here's the cute little tortoise. It's a tortoise, it's not a turtle. This is a tortoise. There's a difference because remember I have a tortoise, so it's very, well, Katie has my tortoise, but it's very important that we know the difference. So this is a tortoise, and I'm going to use this. There is a sorry I'm late, happy belated birthday stamp in here, so I'll probably use those. And what I've done is I actually started to color this one because I couldn't wait. We were getting ready for the video, and I couldn't wait, so I really wanted to get started. So I started on this one, and then I wanted to show you a couple different things. Number one, I'm going to color this one, but actually I'm going to color this one. So number one, and can we zoom in on 3? So can we do a big zoom on 3?
Yeah.
Because I want them to try to see.
Oops.
Whoa, now he's going to him. Look.
No.
Ooh, now you're going to get dizzy. Close your eyes, you're going to get
Sorry.
dizzy. Whoa, okay.
There we go.
Okay.
We're back.
And can you take me off so I can show them?
Yeah.
And so what we have here is I have stamped this. I've stamped this one in black and this one in brown. Now I've stamped these with the Spectrum Noir. Now this one, hang on, this one is stamped with the Noir black, And then the bottom one is stamped with the rustic brown, because I was kind of thinking, you know what, I really don't want to have black necessarily. I wanted to check the brown. However, I'm gonna zoom this up even further. Is it gonna let me zoom it up further? It might not. Is that as far as it can go? But you can see that the bottom one is browner, right? The bottom one is brown. There we go. The bottom one is browner and the top one is black. Sometimes, and I colored this one, and this one is brown ink. Sometimes you just don't want it so pronounced, right? So I'm going to be using the rustic brown. I just wanted you to get an idea of that is the difference, and that's actually a really good shot because that will show you the difference. So let's stay on that because I'm going to color this. So first I'm going to finish coloring, and of course I am using my rotating design board. I'm going to finish coloring my little tortie, and I'm using, this one is gold brown shades, and I'm just going to color him in. Now those of you that are afraid to color, I beg you to try the tri-blends. Those of you that know I am so afraid of coloring, but once I got the tri-blends I fell in love. There's a long story about it, blah blah blah. Long story short, tri-blends are the bomb, because let me tell you, if I can do it, anyone can do it, and I really can do it. It's kind of awesome. I'm gonna kind of ignore the little toenails just because, you know, we got to save a little bit of time. But Kenny, can you see if there's any questions while I'm doing this so we can make sure that we get everything? So yeah. I'm coloring in with the light first, then I'm going to go to the dark, and I kind of made it, I'm trying to pretend the sun is coming from a different way. So I'm trying to teach myself this. So I'm saying the sun is coming from this direction down. So I'm doing the dark shades around this side, right, of the shapes. So I'm going to go in and go dark here, and like dark down here, and a little bit dark down here. So that's the dark, and then I'm going to switch and go to the medium, all in the same pen, and I'm just going to go over where that dark meets the light, right? Just over it. And then I'm going to go over this one right here, just like that. Then I'm going to go back to the light, because you're going to start with the light first, color it in to get some ink down, and then you're going to go over it all the way again. And you're going to see that so subtly you are going to have this gorgeous gradient of color, but you're not going to see the lines, and you're not going to worry about, ooh, does this color match this color, because it's all in one pen. And let me tell you guys, these are game changers. If you're on the fence about them, you will not be disappointed. And those of you that do know about them, please jump in and let us know, because they're really awesome. And you don't even have to buy them from me, buy them from somebody, but just get them. Just get one set to test out, because let me tell you, you'll love them. And I know a lot of you already have them, and I'm preaching to the choir. So, and we're just gonna add a little tiny bit to this one. Just notice I'm just doing a little tiny bit, little tiny bit, adding over that, adding over that.
You're a little off center there, Stephanie.
Am I? Oh, sorry guys. And then we'll go on to this one. Finish that, finish this one. There we go. So that is our first little guy. Look how cute he is. Isn't he adorable? So now I'm going to go in, and this is the brown one. This is the black one. Black, brown. I'm going to go ahead and do the brown one. And I'm again going to do the light. And so I am going to, oh, this is the brown. Well, we can go ahead and do the skin first. So we're going to do the tortie skin. Now, when I color in with the light, I don't always go right to the very edge. I usually go like just a little bit in to fill it with color, and then I'll go back and kind of like really go in and get it. I go a little slower because I need less ink there, right? I need less pen marks there. So I just go a little bit slower, because sometimes that ink will fill in a little bit, and I don't want to over color, right? So I'll just kind of go like that, let the ink lay down, and then I can go back and really get it in. Oh, Kenny, somebody's calling Kenny. And there we go. So there's the little head. Now we're going to just do the neck. We're going to go a little darker on the neck, because it would be dark down here, right? So we're going to go a little darker on the neck. Then we're going to go in. This is the Tortie to stamp set, if anybody needs to know. A lot of you already have it. If you've been a club member for a while, you have this stamp set.
Diane wants to know if you know the shelf life of the tri-blends.
I've never had one go dry, so I technically don't. I've had mine probably over a year now, 2 years now at least, because I had them at the other house, Ken. So at least 2 years, and they're still as wet as can be. Make sure though you store them flat so the ink doesn't move around. You want to store them flat, but I haven't had one go dry yet. So so far so good. And so we're gonna add that.
And have you ever heard of them planning on doing refills for these type of markers? Or no?
Not the tri-blends, I haven't. I know they have them for their single pens. But in all honesty, I can't imagine you would need to refill these. And in fact, it would be cheaper for you to buy the single marker somewhere than it would be to buy a refill. Because you'd have to buy 3 different refills, right? So it'd be cheaper to buy the single pen somewhere.
So happy birthday to Barbara. She's leaving us to go out for her birthday dinner. So
yay!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, so now I have my little head and body and skin, right? Now I'm gonna go in with my sage green blend. Again, I'm gonna start with the light, and I'm gonna try to go a little faster because I know some people don't like coloring at all and they get sad when I color. But I'll be honest with you guys, coloring is the most relaxing thing you can do. I'm telling you, it is so much fun just to sit. I can't believe I even said that because I used to be so anti. But I used to just sit. I like to just sit and color, watch TV and color, because it's just so relaxing. So I'm gonna go over that. And now notice, I'm gonna use this color for a lot, but did you see how I'm not really doing more than 2 spots at a time? Because you really want the ink to be wet when you try to blend it. So that is why I'm just doing 2 sections at a time. See that? Because I'm going to color in all of those. Now also something to note, you want to keep cardstock underneath you, the same cardstock, and just a heads up, see, you want it to leak through like that. That means that you've been using enough ink, because you need to have that ink be wet for it to I almost said smudge, for it to blend. So the ink needs to be fresh so it can blend. So I'm going to just do 2 at a time here. There we go. You can talk if you want to. Any other comments?
I wish there was a way to fast forward on coloring.
I know, but sometimes it's good to see the coloring.
Well, yeah, it's good.
It doesn't take as long as you think. I don't want you guys to really think that it takes that long. It's not. I think that guy total took me probably 7 minutes maybe total, if you add it all up.
That's pretty good.
I know. I'll go a little faster. I don't need to blend it completely.
Where do you get this turtle stuff?
It's on our website, thestampsoflife.com, and search Tortie, Tortie. I made the mistake of searching tortoise, and it would probably come up on the website part, but it didn't come up on the back end. So search Tortie. What?
Is it misspelled, do you think, on our website?
No, it's supposed to be Tortie. What are you talking about? No, I was searching the name section. When I search the back end, it's different than for customer search. Okay, so I'm just going to go in really quick and fill these in. But you can see how simple, easy peasy this is. And you don't get those marker lines, you know, like if you were to use Crayola markers. This is one of the few times I say don't use Crayola markers if you want it to look really good. Let's do this. Okay, sorry guys. Let's just finish.
Our boys are getting artistic there, like want to paint or get out the markers or
the babies.
Play-Doh,
yeah,
every time they come over.
They
don't have tri-blends yet, right?
No, they're not getting tri-blends anytime soon. I can't imagine they need tri-blends anytime soon. So let's go to the other color, the yellow green. Remember, we want to start with light, and I'm just going to go in. Now, see, this is really tight, right? So I'm just going to go whoosh, barely light touch in here. And with these little tiny lines, I'm not even going to try to blend that, right? I am just getting the ink barely touching the paper. Barely touching the paper.
Do you have a name for this specific set of tri-blends, Stephanie?
I don't, because I'm pulling from all of them.
Okay.
But these are the bullet tip ones. I'm using only the bullet tip tonight because I have some tight spots here. So bullet tip of the tri-blends. And this one happens to be yellow-green blend. So they'll say on the website what's in the kit. So I'm just barely touching the paper, you guys. Just a heads up. I'm not even pressing down at all. I'm just barely touching the paper because I just want a little tiny bit of ink. And it sounds hard to do, but it's actually really easy because you're just barely touching it, so you don't have to really worry about it. There we go. Almost done, guys. And I'm just going to color this guy in. Now we're going to die cut these, and then we're going to start die cutting quite a few things because I'm going to die cut my flipit rectangle, and I'm going to die cut other pieces as well. Okay, there we go. I'm also going to be using the Totally Rad paper pad. So there we go. Look how cute that is. You see all that blending? It's so awesome, you guys. You can notice the top is blended, but the bottom row of green is not. Look at the difference, you guys. Look at how fancy and more exciting the top 2 rows are versus the bottom row of green. This green is the same as that green, but look at how much different it looks on the top, right? Totally, totally different. Totally different. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and die cut these. I'm gonna move this over and we're gonna get out the dies that match. Dun, 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 dun. Now I'm gonna use the shadow dies just because I usually 90% of the time use the shadow dies. Sometimes I use the other ones, but we'll use those. But I'm glad you can see the difference on those because it really does make a difference when you do the blending on there. So we're gonna line these up just like that. Get my head in the way for a second here because I really want to make sure that's lined up. There we go. And we're gonna line this one up. Bring this in so I can see better. There we go, right there. And we're gonna grab our MIDI because MIDI is so easy. We're going to drop this in, and we're gonna run that through. Now, I'll be honest, you guys, my kids love the mini. They use the little one because it's just so dang easy. So now, dun, 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 we have our cute little torties ready to go. Now, what we're gonna do next, let me just put those a little bit away so I don't lose them. What we're gonna do next is we are going to grab the fold it. Oh, you know what, hang on. I don't like to lose my pieces. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is now this little guy here that I didn't use, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim this down. I'm gonna leave it just like that, and I'm gonna put it in the envelope, right? I also have in here other pieces from that card kit that came in out that month also. And those are in here ready to go also if I needed a fast card, right? Okay, so now we're going to grab our card base. This is the card base for the Flip It. And I'm gonna use, let's use twig. So we're gonna use twig. We're gonna lay that down. And I want you guys really to know, when you don't know what colors to do, I didn't know what colors to do. I was looking at this, I go, oh, I like that grass, that would be cute. And then I was looking at this pad and I went, oh, that is like totally torty looking, right? Tortoise looking. These colors really look tortoise looking to me. And so I knew I was probably gonna use one of these. I'll probably use the circle one, the big dot one. And so I said, okay, this is my color palette. Now I don't have to think about it anymore. So then I went and grabbed the twig that matches the twig, the blue that matches the blue, and I have like everything I need in this paper pad. So I'm gonna lay this down. The fold-its, the flip-its do fit in here. We wanna go a little bit at an angle so we don't have a speed bump, but we have to be very careful because it's very close. And we're gonna run that through. So I might get a little bit of a speed bump. I might get a little resistance because it's one big, oh, that wasn't so bad. So we're gonna run that through. Oh, Jacqueline said having the digital downloads for the class has been a game changer. They printed perfectly. Yay! Diane says, why did you separate your die folder? Because through trial and error, we have discovered as a team, all of us, mainly everybody watching right now, we have discovered that if you cut these in half, you just cut them on the little things, they tend to last longer and they don't bow or fold, or bend as quickly. You just get a better cut. Also then you do less rotations on the machine. For example, let's grab a die and I'll show you what I mean. I'm gonna grab that grass. Let's get the grass one. So I'm gonna grab this cardstock. It's print paper, it's pattern paper, but it's really cardstock, isn't it? Because listen, that's one sheet. So we're gonna grab this, we're gonna lay this down. Now normally if this was a real folder, it would be just like that, it would open and close like that, and we'd have to run the whole thing through. But because it's taken apart, we can lay this down, and we can lay it just right here off-centered, right? Like so half is not, and then we can feed that all through, and now it catches right there. Now we're gonna do literally half the rotations than we would if it was put together. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I know it sounds weird, but if you try it, you'll be doing a lot less rotations on that machine, which is just a laziness thing for me. It's nothing but pure laziness. It's less work on the machine, but in all honesty, it's just lazy. So we're gonna grab this one and we're gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna lay this down, and actually we can even go more crazy and go this way because these dots don't go any special way. And again, I'm gonna do the same thing. So my cutting pad is pretty much the size of this paper, and I'm gonna move that over, make sure it stays on, and I'm gonna literally do this. Now I'm gonna do less rotations on the machine. Watch, I'm gonna feed through, feed. Then I hit it, and now I'm gonna rotate. I'm gonna turn. So it's a time saver also. Okay, there we go. Boom, there it is. So now we have our cute little layering pieces, and let's go ahead and put that together to see what it looks like. So here is our card base. Hang on, I'm like thinking about this all of a sudden. And we're gonna grab our adhesive, and we are going to add adhesive to this. And get some right there in the corners. We're gonna lay this down. Now, do not decorate the inside of your flipits until you have folded it, my friends, because if you do, you might decorate the wrong inside, the wrong center. Now this one's gonna be quick and easy. Look at that, one row. Oh, get a little bit there.
Stephanie Beth wants you to know that her and her daughter, they were talking about the Stamps of Life to a bunch of her friends this last weekend. So
yay!
She was talking you up, and a lot of them hadn't heard about us. So.
Well, thank you, Beth. I hope you gave them your name so they can, if they sign up for the club and you're a club member, then you would get club bonus points. Okay, but thank you for telling people about us. Okay, one or two. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold this up in the air. All flipits need to be folded in the air. You cannot fold it on the desk, it won't work. So you're gonna hold it up in the air, big bottom, little top. We're gonna fold it in half towards us, so the two corners line up. Then take that top flap and fold it up, and then turn it to the left. The little side is always on the left, LL, little left. And there we have, dun 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 dun, our flipit. What? Look at that, see? See? Now we can decorate the center because now we can look at this and say, okay, this is the center, this is the front. We know that now. What I'm gonna do is I pulled out some of my rectangle dies, and I already know this one's gonna layer on there just right. I am going to use, dun, 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 dun. Ooh, let's use, oh, I barely got some yellow in that card. Look at that, whoosh, barely. So let's go ahead and use some yellow. But because I don't need a full sheet, I'm gonna jump into my yellow scraps because, never, ever, ever just cut a little tiny piece. Grab some scraps. So here's a scrap, and I am going to die cut my rectangle. So I'm gonna die cut a rectangle. Actually, technically, I need two rectangles, so I might as well cut, well, okay, I'm gonna do one because I wanna show you something. Well, hang on. Let me see if it'll even work. My thought. I might need to do it twice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, it doesn't work, what I wanted to show you doesn't work. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold this in half. I need to die cut two, so I can go ahead and die cut two just by folding this in half. So I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna run that through. Now again, I can layer my zigzag or layer or whatever you wanna call my cutting pad so I don't have to cut as much rotations. And
Stephanie, do you have a recommendation of which tri-blend to start with? Which set?
The chisel, I'm not chisel, what is it called? Bullet point, the bullet tip #1 is honestly the one I would start with because it has the most versatile colors in it. The other one, the next bullet tip kind of fills in the holes that they had. So I would do bullet tip #1. Hopefully we have them on the website. So now I have 2 rectangles and I am going to take one of them and I'm going to adhere it to the front. Okay, easy peasy. Where'd my adhesive go? Oh, there it is. So we're gonna just go ahead and add some adhesive. And we're just gonna drop that down right there. So this is the front. And then I'm gonna open this up. And this is gonna go right here in the center. However, before I do that, I'm gonna take this die that looks, oh, is this really gonna work? This rectangle might be too small. Hang on, I might need to find a bigger one. Normally I do it on the card itself. Okay, so let's do it on the card itself. So we're gonna peel this up. Luckily I didn't really do much to it. We're gonna peel that up, and to make this safer, we are going to get some trash. What's this? If we can find some fast enough. La la la, talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, I do have a poll question, Stephanie, if you want me to
okay, go ahead.
do that just for fun. This is just for fun, so you guys and girls, you can answer in the poll. I will post it on YouTube and Facebook. What do you think the most popular color for women is?
The most popular color?
Color, yes.
Oh.
Now, when I list these colors, you're gonna have to think about the shades that kind of go with them because they're the general basic color. But I didn't do this study; somebody else did, so you might be surprised. So here we go. The options are blue, purple, green, and red. So I will post that and we'll see what you guys think out there.
Okay, what am I doing? I'm adding adhesive to the sticky part because I don't want it to stick to my cutting pads, right? I'm gonna take this, so now this is just one layer of the card. Let's do 3. And I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna take this funky dunky looking die that comes in the fold it, the gift card / rectangle fold it. It has a notch there and it has a notch there. I'm gonna lay this down right in the center. I'm gonna get some masket tape. I'm gonna line this up right there in the center. And I'm gonna run this through the die cut machine right there. So I only added the acetate because I didn't want it to stick because I had already added adhesive there. You don't have to do the acetate unless you mess up like I did. So I'm gonna run this through, and what it's gonna do is it's gonna cut those 2 little half circles. Look at this. So now I have, I'm gonna leave that on there for now. Now I have boom, boom, right? What is that for? Dun, 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 dun. It is going to hold my, that's stuck down, there we go. It is gonna hold my gift card. There we go. Right like that. Okay, so that's holding my gift card. Now I'm going to close, well, I gotta peel this off. See, easy peasy, almost. There we go.
We should have had that gift card with us today.
I know, we went to Olive Garden today, you guys. I couldn't believe it. Now, before we adhere this again, I'm going to stamp it. And I'm gonna be a little naughty because I'm gonna stamp something funny. Oh, you know what? Actually, I gotta check to make sure this still lines up. Hang on. Barely. So I want to go right up at the top. We're going to get a ink pad. I'm sorry. That and this, and I'm going to find some scratch paper really fast because I don't know if I've used this stamp set anytime soon. And I just re-inked my black, remember, because it was almost purple because it was so. There we go. Ready? Watch this. So we're going to go in here. It's kind of popping up a little. There we go. Go right to the top and stamp. Lift up. What the shell? Get it? You get it? I know. It's kind of funny though, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do I should clean that, but not time, no time. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna take my cute little guy. Look at that, see? Now doesn't that totally make sense? Move that over a little. And now we're gonna get some adhesive. Add some adhesive to him. Add that right there. Just like that. Press, press, press. Now we're gonna come back to our gift card. Fold it, flip it, oh my goodness. And we're gonna press, 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 press. There we go, because that adhesive was still on there. So now, check this out, you guys. What the shell? And there we have our Olive Garden. Now, I need to finish this by saying something, right? And I still have this yellow. I think what I'm gonna do, let's look. Okay, that kind of shows, so I don't know if we necessarily wanna do that. Let's see. Oh no, it kind of shows. We could, Okay, so what I'll do is I need to say something else here, and I'm looking at this going, well, you know what? Because when you do it this way, I just don't like how it looks that way. So let's see what we're gonna do. I want to do sorry I'm late, happy belated birthday. You know what? I'll just grab a different rectangle. Let's just grab a different rectangle. Probably the best thing to do. So let's grab this one. This one is thinner. Is this one going to, see that one? I'm gonna have to go way inside. There we go, this one will go close. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use this yellow because, right, I might as well. And we're going to, so what's winning your poll question, Ken?
The vote is right now 47% say blue, 29% are purple, 6 green, and 17% red. Those are the guesses. What do you think, Stephanie?
What are my options?
Blue, purple, green, or red. And so then you kind
Purple.
of think of the tints that go with it.
Purple.
You say purple?
Yeah. And if you ask my babies, Miller, if you say, Miller, what's Nana's favorite color? He'll say pink.
Pink.
And then and then he says, purple is your second favorite color. And I say, you're right. Genius. So there we go. Here's our cute little smaller now rectangle, because look, I just created literally this frame. I just die cut it again in a smaller rectangle. And so now what I'm going to do is I am going to say, sorry I'm late, happy belated birthday. And I'm going to peel that up. This is 2 different stamps actually. So we're going to lay that one down there. Sorry I'm late. I'm going to grab this one. I want them to be fairly close together because I want to be able to sign my name. So I'm going to go fairly close together. I'm going to grab my block. They're face down right now. I'm going to grab it, peel up, and I am going, oh, I can get closer. So I'm going to go a little closer. There we go. Now I am going to stamp this, and then I'm going to look at on scratch paper again, because I always like to do it on scratch to make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. I would say 99% of the time I stamp on scratch first, just to confirm all is well. Ink, and of course I'm using my Stamper Secret Weapon up above, laying this down right there. Oh, I like this font. Lift up, there we go. Sorry I'm late, happy belated birthday. So now I can say something on there. Now I'm looking at this, hang on, let's put that stamp away so we don't lose it. I'm looking at this and I'm gonna lay this down here. This is gonna go right there, it's gonna hide. But I'm looking at this saying, oh, this is so cute. Look at the cute little gift card. But don't forget, I really colored this one also. So I'm like, well, what do you do? Do you put him right here? But then he kind of shows and then it kind of ruins it. So I'm not going to. And then I'm like, you know what? I really like this one, so I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna keep it for myself. I could put it on the back if I wanted to, but you know what? It is way too cute to put on the back, so I'm gonna save it for another time. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab this one. Oops, add adhesive to the side. This side's better. Add adhesive to this one. And I'm going to kind of, before I lay this down, I want it out here as far as I can. Actually, I'm gonna just kind of lay it down right there, scooch it in, press. There we go. Oh, it's a little crooked. Let's move it. Because I wanted it as far in as I could without it showing. Now, it might look a little funny that it's not perfectly centered, but I really, really, really didn't want it to show when it was closed, so it was worth that. I had to take a sacrifice, and it was worth it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the back with a personalized stamp. And we're going to have a lot of time for questions, you guys, so that's good. I thought this card was going to take me a lot longer. See, I could have colored longer, Kenny. Okay, so I'm gonna get a personalized stamp. I have a new one, and I literally had it right there. And oh,
Okay,
no,
so
it's not.
everyone who voted in the poll, you were correct. Blue is the favorite
Blue?
color. Yes, 35% in the poll. I was kind of surprised too.
Who did they ask?
That's it. Who did they ask? But anyhow, that's how the poll came out. So I was kind of surprised. In the poll, what did it say?
Okay, we'll use
Their
this.
numbers came up: 35% blue, purple, 23%, green 14, and red 9. There was a couple other for orange and black and brown and yellow, but blue was the big winner. For guys, it was way higher. 57% said blue.
Okay, so I'm stamping this. It says, this is my personalized stamp. Made just for you, big hug, Stephanie. I just got this one. It's just kind of a simple one. Made just for you, big hug, Stephanie. They can't see it. There we go. Big hug, Stephanie. And then we are done. This is for a gentleman, so I'm not gonna like add like any bling, right? Now also, I was gonna say something really quick and I forgot what I was gonna say.
You need to do a poll question yourself, or a giveaway question, because
I'm gonna do a giveaway right now.
Okay.
So look how cute that is. Sorry I'm late, happy belated birthday, but it says what the shell. Okay, I love that. I'm sorry, I think it's hilarious. Sorry I'm late, happy birthday. I can sign my name. So my my chat contest question, this is open to everyone. No exclusions. You just have to answer in the chat to be entered to win. No purchase necessary. And this is for 3 winners, $10 each to our website. And the question is, when you do birthday cards, do you make a whole bunch ahead of time, or do you make them for every individual person right when it is near their birthday? So do you do a whole bunch of birthday cards and just have a whole bunch on hand? Or do you, and you might do both. So which one do you do more often? Or do you do individual cards with that person in mind? You know this person likes tortoises, so they are getting a tortoise card. Or, well, this one's a belated card, so that's even different, more different. But do you make it individually for that person? Or do you make a whole bunch and have them ready to go? So that is what I want to hear. Sylvie says, love the cute tortoise. Thank you. Thank you. Elizabeth says, how do you pick, Ken? I don't know what that means.
It's just all random.
As needed, Brenda said. Chris said individually. Merlin says individual. Carol. Hi, Carol. So go ahead and answer. Even if you've never put in the chat before, ever. Never. If you've never answered in our chat before, please jump in. Please jump in. Do not be shy. There is, I think like a half of you that watch that have never typed in that chat box. All you have to do is just type your answer. Baby steps, type your answer. We just want to see it. And you will be entered to win a $10 gift certificate to our website. Let's see, I'm trying to think, a lot of individual. Hey, Nancy, Tim's been in my prayers. I hope he's doing better. Personalized near their birthday, multiple cards. I usually do custom. Ruth says I have a couple in a box for my kids. Individual makes it more personal. I like that. Make it for the person, individual. So it's kind of like half and half. So as you guys do that, Tiffany asked me this the other day too when she was here. She said, do you clean up after each card? After each card, no. But after a show, yes. I will spend the extra minutes because usually I kind of clean up a little bit while we're talking. That way it's not so overwhelming to clean up all of it at one time. But I do clean up after each show. That way I just feel like I've done something and it makes me feel like, woohoo, that's already done. It's already clean in here. I love to walk in the room and have this desk be clean. In fact, I put this on the floor so I can't see it. So when I walk in, when this desk is clean, it makes me feel good inside. I don't know why, but it does. So that's what I do.
It's like magic.
I know, it's like this fake sense of, yes, it's clean in that room, because it's not.
We have a question about ink pads.
Yes.
Some of the time, I think it was Bobby said she doesn't always get a solid amount of ink from her ink pad. Mm-hmm. Can she do anything to improve the results from that? Can you do anything to the ink pad, or is it the stamp, or how you're stamping it, or what do you think?
Okay, so what you're gonna wanna do is, hang on, let me what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your ink pad, and let me grab an older one. Oh, here, this is a good one. Blueberry. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab whatever color is giving you the most trouble and get some scratch paper. Oh, that's not a good one. Get some scratch paper and you're going to stamp it upside down. So let's go to 3. We're going to take our ink pad that's giving us trouble. We're going to turn it upside down and we're going to stamp it. Now, don't press a whole bunch. Just give it like, pretend it's a little stamp and stamp. Well, that didn't work. Give it a little more than that. Press down, but not too much because you don't want it to be like, roar. Now, you'll see that, ooh, look, this one probably needs to be redone because look, you can see a lot of empty spaces. Now, on a different version, let me get a different one to show you my black. Oh, that's a too good of a piece. So let me get the black because I literally just inked this one. We're going to ink this one, so I'll show you what to do. So this one I just re-inked, so I should be getting a much better, cleaner, crisper. Whoa, look at that. See? Much, much darker. So I'm good on that one. That one is not a problem at all, right? Now that I have black ink everywhere. Okay, so that one's good. Let's cover that one. Let's find our blueberry ink refill, and we're going to refill this one, and then that's one issue taken care of, but then we got to think of some other issues to figure out what's happening, right? So then we're going to spend a second to find blueberry, which I told Tiff I should alphabetize these and she kind of agreed, but that's not going to ever happen. So let's look at, I don't know why I have, okay, hang on, so give me a second. Kenny's picking some winners pretty soon, so make sure you've entered. I think I've found every blue except the one I want.
Isn't that how it always works?
Oh, absolutely. There it is. Blueberry is right on site. Okay. So what I'm going to do, here's my blueberry, right? I'm going to take my ink pad, kind of get an idea again of where I was on that. Perfect. And now I'm going to lay this down and I am going to add some ink to it. I'm going to squeeze gently, and just kind of go like this, right? Squeeze gently. Now you can see that ink on there, right? Can you see that? Oh, there you go. There's a good shot. So you can see that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit more. I'm squeezing a little bit. Now I'm no longer squeezing. Do not squeeze anymore. And I'm gently going to just rub that ink in. Do not squeeze. I am not squeezing. I'm barely holding the bottle because I don't want to squeeze anymore. And I'm just rubbing that ink in so it will absorb it faster. Okay, so I'm rubbing that ink in. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we're going to test it again. Let me get some more paper. And we're going to test it again. Now, should you expect it to get this perfectly 100%? Ooh, that's nice and juicy. But it's going to flatten out a little bit. But now you can see, wow, that has a lot of ink on it, right? So that is going to be much better than trying to stamp using this. So that's one problem taken care of. Now, what if it's still not working? Let's continue on. Let's do some more troubleshooting with the stamp. So let's grab a stamp. And this one I think is a brand new one because I haven't used this set. Got a new set recently. Let's get a block. So now what we're going to do is we're going to lay that on our block. The first time we use it, now remember this is all nice and juicy-loosey again, right? We are going to stamp and we're going to go boom, 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 boom. Usually 99% of the time, if it's a bigger stamp, I will ink like this. Okay, look at how many times I'm tapping it. What is that, 100? I'm just kidding. But first stamp, first time, boom, right there. Pretty much almost perfect, right? Yay! Now I'm going to do it again because that was the first time. First one, you always want to do second. Second one's going to be better. So we're going to ink this up. I'm not squishing. I am not squishing. I am tap, 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 tap. Do not squish because you will have blue everywhere, right? You will have it everywhere. I guarantee you. Because I've seen my babies do it all the time.
Kind of like dot, dot, not a lot.
It's kind of like dot, dot, not a lot, but you want ink on there, so I'm not going to say it. So you're just inking this up, moving the pad around, right? Do you notice I'm not going boom, boom, boom? I'm moving the pad around, right? Just to make sure I get it on there. Then I'm going to turn it over. I do have my Stamper Secret Weapon below me, and I'm going to stamp. Just like that. There we go. Wow. Now, Sometimes, let me share with you some issues I've seen when I've been teaching classes. So back in the day, I used to travel and teach classes, right? The biggest class I ever had was 500 students at one time. Not online, in person, 500 students. So yeah, that was a kick in the head. That was actually in South Africa.
And can you also, during this time, show us an example with a solid stamp, how to maybe help those come out?
Okay.
You can keep working on what you're working, but maybe come back to that.
Do you have a solid stamp handy then?
I don't know. We'll look around.
Okay, so a lot of things that I've seen where people go wrong when I'm teaching classes. They will say, oh, I hate stamping. I can't stamp. It never turns out. And so I will come and I will stand and I say, okay, stamp something for me. And 9 times out of 10, this is what they do. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but this is what they do. Okay, so make sure this is not you. First of all, they don't use a stamper secret weapon, so they're on a table, and they will ink it like this, and then they'll go like this, and they'll go, see, look, his head. Whoa, sorry. See, look, his head didn't come out. And I'm like, okay, well, let's try this again. First of all, you need to turn your stamp over because you didn't have enough ink on your head, right? And you didn't have the stamper secret weapon. Usually it turns out much worse than that. But tap, 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 tap. Now turn it over and look at it. Make sure the little tortie has ink all around. I notice right here at the very, very bottom, there's not the perfect amount of ink on there. I'm gonna turn around and do it again, right? I'm gonna focus on that spot. Make sure. Now I'm gonna turn it over and go, oh yeah, he's got ink. I'm using my stamper secret weapon below me. I'm pressing on the back, and then gently lifting up. And there we go, boom. Another thing I notice people do a lot is they'll go like that, and without the secret weapon behind you, you need to give pressure where the stamp is. Giving it just like this is not gonna get you enough pressure. You need to press where the stamp is, and that will help as well. Let's see, a lot of people are saying individual. So I hope that helps. If it did not answer your question, ask it again in a different way. Maybe I can answer it. Those sound effects, Janet. Okay. Polly says we need prayers. We have teens breaking through our windows. Oh no, yikes. Her hubby Daniel was injured. Oh no, oh yikes. Oh Polly, Kenny's writing it down right now, my love. So a lot of people are saying, individually. I love that. Would you have time to show the new followers how to make a hidden panel with the flipit like you taught us? Yeah, we have time. So let me put that off to the side.
Do you want to go through your winners tonight?
Sure, let's go through the winners.
Okay, we have 3 winners from tonight. So let's see. Our first winner from YouTube, she said individually, it's Lisa Geringer.
Lisa.
Our second winner is from Facebook. It's Jane Johnson. She says, I make a special card for each person. I love her name,
Jane Johnson. So easy.
And then our last winner, also from YouTube, she says she makes her cards individually. It's Ivy Acuna.
Ivy's in Hawaii.
Good job, everyone.
You 3 just won $10 gift certificates to our website. You are going to email Faylene at info@thestampsoflife.com, and she will get that to you probably tomorrow. So the question was, can you show us how to make a hidden panel? Oftentimes, when I first came out with the flipits, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many years ago, Kenny. Probably 12.
You're still like a teenager then.
I know, I was like 10. It was probably close to 12 years ago, maybe 11. But when I first came out with them, because originally they weren't even the wafer thin dies, they were the big fat dies. But people would say, I love the flipits, but there's really not very much place to write, like a note or something. And I'd say, oh, well, you could write something here. But if you write something on this whole panel, it kind of takes away from the gorgeous card, right? It just kind of takes away. So then I said, you could also write on the back. And people were like, well, yeah, but, And then I said, or you can do the hidden panel technique. What's the hidden panel technique? Let me show you. The good news is, 2 different things. First, I have to tell you. The good news is, hang on, let me grab one. Oh, shutter card, 5x7 gatefold, Z fold, flower plus, flower flip it plus. We have since come out with dies that do this work for you. Some people don't like the extra step that you have to do with the current flipits, so we came out with these dies. These dies have different centers, but they will flip for you. And I don't have one cut in here. That's crazy. Usually I do. So if you don't like to have to worry about this technique, we do have some dies that will do this. We have the diamond, we have this one. I feel like we have another one. Don't we have another one? We have one more. We have 3 that will do this technique without you just die cut. You don't have to do anything special. But what you can do to the flipits you already have. So if you have one of these dies, boom, you get to do this. Now, if it has fancy curvy edges, it's really not gonna, I mean, you can do it. I'm not saying you can't, but it's not gonna look good. Okay, it's just, I'm just being honest. If it has a straight edge or it just has rounded corners and then a straight edge, good to go. Okay, what we're gonna do is, let's get this, it's pretty, this one's thinner. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our die, we're gonna lay it down. I have a cutting pad here. And I'm going to lay the die down, blade down, and I am going to lay this down. We're gonna use the spellbinders, just so you know. And I am going to get any type of scoring tool. You can use, I don't care what you use. You can use tweezers. You could use a bone folder. You could use the side of a die. You could, I don't care what you use.
Pen, pencil, do those work?
No, because that's gonna draw.
Ah.
Okay.
The other end, the not draw writing.
Well, no, it needs to be kind of sharp. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just use a die just because that's weird and I can. I am going to score against that edge right there, okay? All I did was create a score line. Why did I put this behind me? This is just a cutting pad because I didn't want to score into my secret weapon. So now I have this score line. You can you can barely see it. I can't, there we go. Oh, there it is. You can see it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold on that line, just like that. Now I am gonna fold it down really good. There we go. There's a fold, right? Now I'm gonna take this over to my spellbinders, but what I'm gonna do is, here's my die, here's my fold. I'm gonna take this die and I'm gonna put that fold right on the inside of the die. Can you see that? Look, I'll exaggerate it. Now I'm gonna bring it in a little bit. Don't cut it like this because that'll look weird. Bring it in, and you're gonna bring it in just so you can barely see through there. I'm gonna grab some masking tape, and then we are going, let me get another piece of masking tape. Oh, where's my more masking tape? Hang on, let me get some more. New pieces. So here we go. I'm just taping that down because I don't want it to move. And now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna run it through the die cut machine. Now, I could probably use the MIDI, but because this is kind of more technical, I'm gonna take it to a stronger machine, which is the spellbinders. And I can make it really not be at I can make it at an angle. And I'm gonna lay that down, and I'm really at a bad angle to do this, and I'm gonna run it through. I have something by my feet, so I can't get closer. Now I'm just die cutting this, quick and simple. And now I'm gonna bring this back over here so we can see what it looks like. I'm going to lift up these. You can save your masking tape, remember, so we're gonna save that and we're gonna use it later, another day. And we're gonna lift this up. Peel that up gently, there we go. Now, what you're gonna do, you have your card. This is the standard card, right? Here we go, there's the standard card. We have this little fold here, and we are going to trim off this little you just call it trash or whatever you want to call it. So I am going to trim on that score line. There's a little score line. You're going to just trim that off and trim that off right there. And now I'm going to fold it like normal in the air. So I'm going to take this up same exact way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it in the air, big bottom, little top, just like the other one. Fold it in half towards me, take the top flap, fold it up, turn it to the left. Little side is always on the left, LL. Watch this, you guys. Let's do a closer up of this one so you can really see it. So watch this. There's my normal flip it that I did like the tortoise, right? But look at this. Now it has a hidden panel. So now I can write a large note in here. I can hide a message. I can say more if I want to. I can stamp, I can decorate, whatever. But it's going to close up. There's my flip it, my normal flip it. And then I'm going to open it up just like that. And now I have 2 panels. Now, that was a little extra technique, right? If you are somebody that doesn't like extra technique, we have the Flip It Pluses. They're called, this one's called the Flower Flip It Plus because it does that extra panel automatically. So what it looks like is, let me get it out, maybe. It requires a bigger envelope for storage because it is a bigger die, obviously. And look at this, it does all of that. So here it is, it would literally do all of that for you. But that's exactly what that die does, is it makes that hidden panel so you don't have to worry about it. But also you can do it on any die that has a straight edge, on the side. And also a nice thing about it is these extra panels in here, you can still use the layering die that you used for right here. You cut it 2 more times and it can go there and go there. So you still have layering dies to die cut to decorate it. So that is the hidden panel technique. Kathy says that's brilliant. Thank you for sharing. Kathy, you are welcome. Yeah, you know, sometimes I just do stuff that out of necessity, right? Okay, let's see. Pamela says that is so cool. Francine says make perfect sense. Love the Flip It Pluses. Yes, a lot of us do love the pluses just because it takes that extra step out and you just run it through like a normal die. But the ones you already have, you can do this technique on. So it's the ones you already have or the new ones that you're going to get. Pamela says, what is the name of that die? This die that I used is the Rectangle Flip It. This is what it looks like on the website. It is the Rectangle Flip It. I did come out with this originally under the Sizzix brand. It would have this in the corner, but it would probably say Sizzix here. Same die. It's my art, so I now have it under my brand. But if you have it with that company or you have it with our company, exact same thing, exact same art. Let's see. A release tomorrow night, Kimberly said. Yes.
Do you have any sneak peeks?
I do not, but I've shown a lot of sneak peeks already. But those of you waiting for the larger alphabet, you better be on that button to get it. I did not order very many because I don't want you to buy it because it's very expensive. Imagine 4-inch alphabet, 26 letters with shadow dies, but it's awesome. It's really awesome. It's on flash sale, and it's actually on a better flash sale than normal just because I feel really bad that it's so expensive. So, but don't buy it. Just don't. Like 99% of you can't look. But there's also other things being introduced tomorrow night. Also, yeah, we have a couple other things. Also, the numbers are separate from the alphabet, so it's a little cheaper. And also the symbols are separate from those two, so it's 3 different items in hopes that I can kind of make everyone happy. Let's see. The Bernard Bakery and Museum is in Glen Rose, Texas, Rhoda said. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Yo Babe 426 says, I love that idea. I have many old Flip-Its. Bringing new life to older products. Isn't that awesome? So now what I want you to do, Yo Babe, I think that's awesome, is I want you to go find your Flip-Its and do it and use them. And I want you using my stuff all the time. So yes, I'm glad I can breathe different life into the product, right? Isn't that awesome? And you didn't even know that they were that awesome and you already bought some. That's awesome. Is the card stand die coming? Yes, Debbie, it will be coming on the 25th of this month. What Tiffany bag do you put your re-inkers in? I have mine in the Edna bag. Mine are in the Edna bag. I also have my yummies in my Edna bag. All the shakers and all the sequins and all the yummies like that, I have in the Edna bag. Edna
My friends, we have 177 likes tonight, and I think we're aiming for 300. So we have a long way to go.
Long way to go.
And I told Stephanie this show cannot end until we hit 300.
They're never going to do it then. They're just going to want me to talk all night.
Oh, really? You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Like we'll get stuck on $2.99.
Yeah, exactly, right? So yes, please like us. If you don't like us, why are you here? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So you guys can ask any questions you want as long as they're not math related, because I don't want that. Janet says, I use your fun products all of the time and get so many compliments. So thank you. Janet, thank you. Thank you. It's because of you we get to do this. So thank you. I appreciate that. Diane says she uses Teresa for her re-inkers. Awesome.
Will there be numbers and symbols tomorrow night?
Yes, there will. Yes, there will. Pamela says, are the big alphabets a one and done? Pamela, no. I'm going to try to keep them in stock as a normal product, but they're on an amazing flash sale tomorrow night. Extra normal, amazing flash sale. Can you tell the difference between the 4-inch alphabet on the website and the new one? It's a different font, Wendy. And I don't think we have a 4-inch alphabet on the website anymore.
I think this one's larger, yeah. Right? The new one?
Well, I don't think we have a 4-inch alphabet on the website right now. So can we see Cookie? Where is Cookie? I don't even see where she is. Did she go downstairs? I think she went downstairs, Polly, sorry. A giraffe slimline. You never know. You never know. I have a 4-inch dotted with layers. Yes, so Nancy, that one's a totally different font. If you don't feel like this one is a very funky font. So look at it, Nancy. You might not need it. You might not need it because if you have an alphabet set already, you should be okay. Jan says, thank you for making us look creative. You are creative. You are creative. I just make the products. You're the one that's actually gluing it together. So that's awesome. Sherry says, I left a bunch of suggestions for fold-its on Facebook. Awesome, Sherry. They are collecting those for me so I can have a list to check out. So yeah, if you're not on the Facebook fan page, the official Facebook fan page where everything is happy and life is good, make sure you go check that out. I think there's like 1 or 2 questions you have to answer. It is we don't run it. A group of awesome, amazing people do. And it's just a safe, happy place to be. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but like if somebody posts something negative, it puts negativity in the universe, right? And unhappy people make unhappy people. But if we lift each other up, we can lift everyone up, right? Right? So if you hang around happy places, you will be happier. Imagine that. If you hang around happy places, you will be happier. If you hang around sad, depressing, disappointing, negative places, just saying, okay? We want it all to be happy. We want it all to be happy. Life needs to be happy. There's enough junk out in the world, right? Let's have fun. Okay. Let's see. They're saying I do have a 4-inch dotted alphabet online. I'll go have to check that out. Pamela said she put 20 to 30 ideas on Facebook. Pamela, am I going to have to hire you as my assistant? I think I should, huh? You have a lot of good ideas. Let's see. Nancy says, I didn't really stamp or make cards until I saw your merchandise. Love your stuff. Nancy, thank you. Thank you. You know, our stuff is like, I feel like it's easy peasy. It's very easy to understand, I feel. And I try to make it easy to understand and I try to make it easy to do. Because if it's not easy to do, I won't do it. And if I won't do it, you won't do it. And then it's not good, right? So I always try to make it very easy. Like for example, like how easy was this flip-it to make, right? You could have a 10-year-old at home or a 9-year-old at home, 8-year-old at home, probably a 7-year-old at home could do this. And how amazing is that, right? I know, it's awesome.
And Stephanie, just so you know, we do have a giraffe slimline.
Oh, it's already out.
Yeah.
Okay, Gloria, we do have a giraffe slimline.
Search giraffe on the website.
Vicky says, what is the trick for getting a good impression using the solid stamps? 1, make sure that you have a good solid ink pad. So make sure you do that trick what I just showed. Number 2, make sure you're using a Stamper Secret Weapon. Number 3, make sure that your ink pad is not too inky, meaning when you ink it, if it has a whole bunch of bubbles, you have too much ink. Okay, so what are you gonna do if you have too much ink? You're gonna just do this a whole bunch of times, not a whole bunch, 3 times onto cardstock to get some of that ink out. And then you're going to want to use an ink pad that has a solid surface. Ours all have a solid surface. There are some ink pads out there. This one might be one. No, this one's pretty solid, but it's got a piece of felt over it. There are some ink pads that literally have like little fibers running through them, and they're not going to give you a solid impression because it doesn't start as a solid impression. Also, when you put your stamp on the block, make sure you don't have any air bubbles. So what do I mean by that? Is when you have a stamp, I don't have any solid ones here, but when you have a stamp, let's do 3. On the solid ones especially, you're gonna want to start here and lay it down like that. I kind of like rolled it on. Make sure there's no air bubbles, because if there's an air bubble, then you're gonna have an issue with it touching your cardstock. And then you should be much gooder, I was almost said gooder, you should be much better off if you do those tips. But it's the ink pad to start mainly. Mainly it's the ink pad. Christine says, will you be selling re-inkers separately? We will not. We will not. Let's see. Your stamps are the best, Denise says. Thank you. Thank you. Ponzi says, looking for a stamp that says Jesus loves you. Gosh, I feel like we should have one like that says that, don't you? Search for, we'll have to look at that. We'll have to look into that. Oh, Gloria asked me to demo the giraffe slimline. I think I did. Didn't I do that one? I don't know. I'll have to go look. Search giraffe in the videos, because I really feel like I have demoed that one. A mermaid slimline would be cute. A mermaid one. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'm reading the same ones over. Cheryl says, I need prayer for my husband, Fred. He had an accident at work today and lost the end of his index finger and has to have surgery in the morning. Oh, Cheryl, I'm so sorry. Ken's writing it down right now. Oh my goodness. I hope he's okay. I hope they're able to like reattach it or something. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. Debbie says, thanks for the awesome freebies. You are welcome. You are welcome. Yes, we love doing freebies for our club members because we have so much fun. They're fun to do. You know what I mean? Like another vote for mermaid. The freebies are fun to do because we just like to try to, we need you to know. I wish I could go to all of your houses and give you a hug. Unfortunately, I can't. But we need you to know how much we appreciate you and love you and are thankful for you. And so the freebies is one of the ways that we do that. Also with club points, also with having really, really good prices, also with having club discounts and things like that. So did you find out when the 8.5 by 11 top folders would be in? No, we have not. Don't know. Don't know. Unfortunately. Gail says, your stamps and dies are so easy to use. I collected from another company and never used them. Thanks for making them easy for someone like me to use. Oh, Gail, you're welcome. You're welcome. I always try to make them easier. And I always want you using things that you bought from me 5 years ago. For example, a lot of you bought this 5 years ago, right? So I'm showing it to you now, so you'll go get it out and use it again. Because I want you using it over and over and over and over and over again. Would you ever do a mix paper pad with happy anniversary, happy Mother's Day? A digital download would be good. You mean like as words, like for pattern paper that just has the words? I don't know. We'd have to think about that. We'd have to think about that. Lisa says, what? I won. I never win. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Eileen says, thank you for the freebies. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, I think we're done. Did we get everything out? Tomorrow night is a release night, you guys. Even if you're not interested in the alphabet, big alphabet, you still need to tune in. You still need to tune in. Just saying. Because there's other stuff. Let's see. Anything else, Ken?
If you joined us late, this is recorded, so you can watch it again. If you missed something or you want to go back and see some of the tips, you can go back and watch it again. As soon as we end up tonight, it'll get posted pretty quick to YouTube and Facebook, and you can watch it over.
Yes. Schoolie said, I need a milkshake slimline fold it. I would recommend you use the drink slimline because it's a big cup with a cool straw, and you could just put like use a cloud up at the top to make it look like a milkshake. Really easily. Yeah. Because you know what? It's funny because most of the design team did all lemonade for the drink cup because it came out with the lemonade stand. All I'm thinking is Diet Coke every single day, all day long, right? So yeah, you can put totally different things in there. So think outside of the box a little. And Diet Coke, milkshakes would go great in there. So definitely would be awesome. Any hints on the new Fold It or Fold It Club? No, but we were supposed to tape that video tonight, Ken. We didn't. So we're going to be working after we click off here. Forgot about that. But thanks for the reminder. I don't even know what it is yet. I have to go find it. So, okay, my friends, we need to head out. But thank you so much. Thank you for your love, your support, and your prayers. They really do mean the world to us. And Kenny and I are so thankful for each and every one of you. It's because of you we get to do what we love, and we're very thankful. When you buy from us, our company, you're buying literally from Stephanie's family, Fayleen's family, Dina's family, Maria's family. I mean, you're buying and you're helping to support us, and we just want to say thank you very much. You're not paying for some big corporation or something, you know what I mean? It's just us, so we just want to say thank you. So have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. Make sure you tune into the website tomorrow night and check out that release, and I will see you Monday for No Makeup Monday, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.